Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Night Elf Priest. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. We are back in Ashenvale for today, and we'll be starting off by picking up some quests at the Shrine of Asina and Astronar. The shrine is up first. Let's get into it.
Ishnuala.
The Howling Vale. Though we have put many resources and much effort into driving the remaining demons from the Fellwood to the north, our successes have been few. We have been able to keep much of the demonic presence from Ashenvale. To the north, near the Fellwood border, the ruined Shrine of Melthandris has been overtaken by mysterious wolfmen. Their chilling calls have led the area to be known as the Howling Vale. The Tome of Melthandris kept at the shrine may shed some light on why these wolfmen have come.
Be careful. Is there trouble?
Vile Satyr, Dryads in danger. Listen, I don't know who you are, but I need your help. My sisters went to take back the branch of Cenarius from the Satyr. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been 2 whole days. Elendria, you have to find them. They were looking for the ruins of a night elf temple in Xavian to the northeast. I don't know what to think. Look for Anilia. She was leading them on the search. Alright, that's good. That lines up perfectly with all the other Satyr-related stuff we need to do, like the Tower of Althalax. So let's head back to Astronar. We've got a quest to turn in. I think that was back in Stone Talon. It's been a long time since we completed that one. And we'll pick up the quest for Cainith Stillwind, who is on the other side of the map. And we'll see how far we get. Made it back to the main road now. Astronar is just a short walk away. So hopefully we get to a decent spot in Ashenvale today, because I would like to potentially move into our next dungeon soon, that being Razorfen Crawl. Wasn't sure if we were going to do the instance or not. But there is one quest that we can pick up that will give us a pretty decent shoulder upgrade. And I think we're at a pretty good level for it now. Looking ahead as well as far as questing goes, we're still going to have a couple things left to do in Ashenvale after today, and of course we still have a bunch of stuff left in Duskwood. Looking at how our 30s are looking right now, I think in addition to skipping the wetlands, we're going to have to skip another zone. I believe, at least. And I think this time around it's going to be Desolace. We've done Desolace in its entirety on the Orc Hunter. We've even done some Desolace on the Iron Man Paladin as well, so I've had a lot of Desolace in recent months.
I am honored.
So I am okay to drop it, I think, for this particular playthrough.
Del Nadris.
The druid at Caneth Stillwind sent word to me. He would like a report of the happenings along our coast and in the forests surrounding Astronar. He fears there is a corruption moving through Ashenvale, and he may be right. Here, take my report to him. You will find him in the Shrine of Forest Song, in the Night Song Woods to the east.
Goddess watch over you.
Yeah, that particular shrine was tough for us to find on the Iron Man Paladin. We were playing without any add-ons and quest helpers, so we kind of had to figure out where we had to go based on quest text. And it took forever for me to find this place in the top right-hand corner of the map.
Hello.
Update for Sentinel Thenisil. This came from Stone Town, I believe. Thank you, Olindria. You have done a service to the Sentinels. I'm glad to see Kayla and even Gaxim are doing well. You've earned our appreciation. Oh, interesting. There's more to this. Reception from Tyrande. Olindria, I'm sure Tyrande Whisperwind herself would like to thank you for taking part in this mission. It may not appear so on the surface, but what you've helped start could very well strengthen our foothold in the Stone Talon Mountains. If you consider yourself our ally against these atrocities, go see Tyrande in the Temple of the Moon in Darnassus. No upgrades here, I think. Yeah, I don't think so, but I mean, 3,400 experience just for a simple turn-in sounds pretty good to me. The quest is green to us at the moment. I do want to see what level it is in particular so that we make sure that we turn it in 28. Yeah, we're going to have to turn this in right away. Maybe if we're done here today. We don't have too many reasons to ever go back to Darnassus, unfortunately, except for like training. For the most part, which we are going to hit level 34 today. So I suppose we could take care of that there. Depending on what we can accomplish. So looking at our map, I think the one thing we are going to probably not be able to get to today is Caneth Stillwind. He's going to have some additional quests for us in the south. We'll see if we can get those done at a later date. But I would like to complete the Howling Vale and anything involving the satyrs in the north. Which means we've got quite the run ahead of us at the moment. So let us enjoy that. We'll head to the crossroads. We'll turn a left right past Rainwood Retreat. And we'll get pretty close to Fellwood in the process. Made it over to Rainwood Retreat. We are now turning and heading north. Starting to edge closer and closer to the border. At some point we're going to have to veer off of the main road and head into the mountains. The Worgen of Ashenvale in particular are very remote, and if you've never done this quest before, you would never know that Worgen actually exist in Ashenvale. It totally makes sense why they're here. They are deeply ingrained in Night Elf lore, in particular. It's how they were born. But they are not as, in your face here in Ashenvale as they are in Duskwood or Silverpine. So we're off the main road now. We are going to be looking for a path that goes into the mountains here somewhere. We might have to go a little bit further up before we run into it. I think right around here we should probably see something. We're so close to Fellwood now. You can see the rot and decay just up ahead. Right, let's get our food buff up. It looks like we're about to run into some combat here finally. Originally, I was thinking about setting our hearth to Astronar so we can quickly get back. That is quite a long run, but I think what we'll do, once we're kind of done with everything, is we'll pick up the flight path just across the border in Ashara. That way we'll have it, which will be nice for the future. And that should allow us to quickly get back to Astronar. Okay, I see the hill, I see the path that leads up here. I don't know if we can get up there from here though, so we might have to go around to this tree. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll have to remember that for the future. You really have to get damn near practically inside of Fellwood before you can take the hill up to complete this quest. there's our first Worgen. Terrawolf Shadow Weaver. Which is a Worgen, a group of Worgen that you don't see anywhere else, I'm pretty sure. You've got Terrawolf Worgen here in Ashenvale. You've got the Nightbane in Duskwood. And then you've probably got something else over in Silverpine. The name escapes me right now. These guys do come with their unique curse that can be applied for what seemed to be about like 10 seconds or so, where it reduces our healing by 75%. That is quite a lot if we need to heal in the middle of a fight. So let's hope that we do not. Reached the top of the hill here, and there's a cave entrance that we will be traversing. And we should be in the whatever it's called, the Vale, very soon. The Howling Vale. Just realized we have yet to use our mind control ability still. I guess we haven't really come across a difficult quest that would require it, but I'm excited to use it. I used to always kind of write it off, I think, in the past, as something that was only specifically used for PvP. But it turns out you can solo a lot of stuff in the game with it. Which is pretty neat. Alright, we've made it to the Vale. A bit of a different atmosphere here. Got a big shrine here. I'm sure that whatever we need is going to be at the base of this structure. I'm going to give mind control a try here. Attack another flesh ripper. So the mind control lasts for about a minute. Oh, I do get access to their abilities as well. That's super cool. So it shows up as a pet bar. That was what I was wondering, because I do seem to recall that you can use abilities. But I wasn't sure where they would show up. So it looks like it doesn't actually replace your bar, it just gives you a pet bar, which is really cool. This is fun. I'm assuming when the mind control ends, they'll both attack us. The cool part about, the coolest part about mind control lasting a minute is that you would basically just mind control the elite enemy you're trying to kill and have its minions that are around him. Yeah, this is perfect. Have the minions around him essentially just kill him for you. Then you come in at the very end once the minute is up. But this is pretty cool. This is a nice, safe way to deal with enemy packs. I suppose if we were to pull a pack of like 3 or 4 of them, we could just mind control one, have the others kill him, and then it just becomes a 3-on-1 from there instead, which is a little bit better. We've got the Tome of Malthandris here. Let's go ahead and open that. We've got a ghost here. Some dialogue incoming, I'm sure. The numbers of my companions dwindles, goddess, and my own power shall soon be insufficient to hold back the demons of Felwood. Goddess, grant me the power to overcome my enemies. Hear me, please. My need is desperate, and my cause is just. What? What is this? Could this be the answer to my prayers? Elune has granted me a weapon, this scythe, to defeat the demons. Alright. That's all we needed to do. We'll bring that back, and I'm sure we'll learn a bit more about this scythe. Which, of course, we already know a decent amount about, especially if you do any questing in Duskwood. There's a ton of lore surrounding the Scythe of Elune, how it works, where it came from. But unfortunately, I feel like all of the lore attached to it is kind of scattered between the game and some books. Maybe even some of the comics. At least we'll get the game side of it and see what they have to say back at the shrine. So now we're going to head into Night Run. It's up on this hill here, kind of above where Rainwood Retreat is. And we're going to free the Highborn soul there for the first half of the Tower of Althalax. We'll have to go to Saturnar to do the other one. And then we'll have to find our missing group of Dryads in Xavian, which is around the same area. Head off the path once again. I think this should be, this should be the hills right here that'll take us into Night Run. There we go, this should be the entrance here. I figured there was a more direct route somewhere, just wasn't sure where it was. Alright, let's kill some satyr, and we'll free that highborn soul. With any luck, some Horde players might have come through here and killed a bunch of them already, clearing our path. But we'll see. Looks like most of them are up. So we might be alone. Fortunately, these satyr are considered demons, so we can't, we can't like mind soothe them or anything to sneak around. Should be some stealth guys over here. We've got the Circle of Imprisonment, this red crystal. We've also got a solid chest we can open. Done. All right. Guess that's it. Grab this chest, and then we will head to the other side towards Xavian. We'll probably hit Xavian first before we get to Saturnar. We may end up getting a quest to kill some satyrs in the area, potentially, from the person of interest that we were looking for. Pathfinder Belt of the Eagle. It's a pretty decent pickup. I guess druids and or shamans might want that. think we've made it out of Night Run. Gotta dodge some of these bears and spiders. Just up ahead should be a body of water that we can cross to get into Xavian. It's going to be, if we have to stay there for, if we have to kill some of these satyr in the area, it might be pretty difficult for us. There are a lot of those satyr that have a lay on hands type of effect. Just like a heal that just heals their entire HP, basically. It's a very long cast, but as a priest, we don't have a way to disrupt casting apart from our fear, which is obviously like not the most ideal thing to use, especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of other enemies. So I would prefer not to kill a bunch of satyr if we can help it, but we'll have to just see how it goes. I don't know what the follow-up is going to entail. Looks like we do have some other players in the area, though. Be nice, we might not have to deal with too many of them on the way to the quest giver, at least. See if we can sneak around here. We're gonna have to kill like one or two, maybe. Yeah, so they have an ability called a Gift of the Xavian. Let's find out what happens when they start casting it. This one's not casting it, so that's a good sign. There it is. It's quite a long cast. I think it's like, it could be up to like almost like 5 seconds, I believe. It's really long. Judging by the gaping wound in her side, Anilia is on the verge of death. Anilia puts her hand on your shoulders and draws you close. Gasping, she points towards the arch to the north, before her eyes close and her last wheezing breath leaves her body. He has taken it, Galtharis. You know in your heart that Anilia's dying wish is to see the branch of Cenarius back in Dryad hands. Alright, so we just have to kill one particular satyr to the north. Let's head through the arch. Looks like we'll have a couple more to kill. Let's get this branch back. Doesn't appear to be active at the moment. Somebody might have killed him already. I don't think there's any like special summoning ritual or anything to bring him in, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't hurt to kill satyr in the area, though. realize that there looks to be, although it probably isn't, but like this little like shelf up here almost looks like a path leading up the hill. But I don't think you can actually get up there. It looks like there's a tree like in the way. But would be curious to know what's up there. It's kind of like on the border to where I guess Mount Hyjal would start. Obviously Mount Hyjal is much higher than where that would lead, but I wonder if anybody's gotten up there before. Another BOE green. Wicked Chain Gauntlets of the Eagle. Mail piece. I don't know if anybody's going to want this besides maybe like a Holy Paladin or something. Tyrus is up. He appears to not have any abilities whatsoever, which I'm a little bit surprised about. But he is down, and the branch of Cenarius is now in our possession. One more major thing to do for today. Let's go release that other highborn soul. Which should be right down the hill here. It's nice that we get to go to Xavian first, so that we can kind of backdoor this part of the Tower of Althalax quest. And as we enter Sadanar, we level up to level 34. Which is also very nice. There's some Horde players here, killing everything in sight. Looks like a clean path over to the crystal. Perfect. Yeah, I think we'll just head straight out of here. And I'm not going to turn in the quest with Cainith just yet. We might as well just hold on to it just to remind ourselves that he is here. But we are going to take the main road into Ashara, where we can get a flight path and take it back to Astronar to turn in some quests. Oh, hello, Warsong Outrider. It looks like they ignored us. That's good. Didn't feel like getting flagged for PvP there. And we're going to put our final point into Mental Agility, reducing our mana cost of our instant cast spells by 10%. Pretty boring talent, but starting at 35, we're going to get some really cool stuff, including Divine Spirit, the next level. It's a new buff for us that will increase our spirit by 17, which is really cool. Also complicates things a little bit in group content though, as we pretty much already spend our entire mana bar trying to buff people with Fortitude. Having to buff people with Divine Spirit in addition to that is it's gonna be a lot of maintenance, I guess. But that's okay. It'll be worth it for us just from a general questing perspective alone. Spirit is just so good. guess that does bring up the question when we're going to pick up our the version of these buffs that we have that can buff the entire party at once. Because those would be very helpful. But I'm not sure when they come. They might not come until much, much later in our leveling journey. After just a short walk away, we are crossing the South Fury River into Ashara. It's going to be quite a while before we can do any meaningful questing here. But the flight path is certainly nice to have.
What brings you here?
There's a bow vendor here. I just wanted to check real quick to see if there's anything interesting, but I don't think there is. So enjoy our flight back to Astronar. We're gonna have to go to Maestra's Post and the Shrine of Asina. I guess we'll go to the shrine first. And then we'll turn in the Tower of Alphalax. We are back. Nothing to do here in Astronar. So let's get back to the shrine. And we have made it back.
How may I help?
The Tome of Melthandris works in strange ways. The events it records, the events it shows. No one truly understands why it does what it does. Nonetheless, it is clear that what Priestess Starsong received, this scythe of a loon, bears further investigation.
Be careful.
Belinda Starsong was my predecessor here in Ashenvale Forest. At first, it seemed she had the situation in Felwood under control, but little by little her efforts faltered. One day, she simply disappeared. I was sent here to continue her work. I'm afraid I know nothing of the priestess, however. Perhaps Thintil Bladeweaver, one of the commanders of the Sentinels, knows further details of her disappearance that I was not a party to. Surely she will understand the import of such information.
Farewell.
Alright, yeah, the person of interest over in Darnassus, which is nice. Another reason to go back.
What is nature's call?
Anilia died? No, that can't be. It was just yesterday that we were running and playing together in the woods.
Hi!
I can't believe that Anilia is gone. We used to play together in the forests all the time. I almost feel sad. Almost. I know something that might make me feel better. Please slay the satyrs that took Anilia from me. Bring me their horns as proof of your actions, and you will forever have my gratitude. Jeez, dryads, you know, I mean, the night elves, to be honest, like, as peace-loving as these races are, they really have historically been very bent on revenge in many cases. Which is just interesting, but yeah, all right, we'll commit a bit of genocide at some point. That lines up decently well with Cainith Stillwind when we're ready to come back to Ashenvale. For now, let's get the Tower of Altalax turned in. And we'll head back to Darnassus today, too. Maybe I'll skip ahead a little bit for the videos, for the recording's sake at least. We've done a lot of traveling today, so I think we can, for the most part, skip the flight to Darnassus. Alright, we've arrived back at Delgrin. Been doing this quest line for quite a while now.
Go with honor, friend.
Perhaps the satyrs have been allowed to persist in the forest for too long. I will speak with Alyssa about it when next I travel to Aberdeen. Nonetheless, with these soul gems destroyed, Athrikis's power will be greatly diminished. We must seize on this opportunity to eliminate him and his cult.
For the Alliance.
Before confronting Athrikis, it would probably be wise for you to consult with Balthul. I have no doubt that he has been vigilant in his watch of the tower, and he may have information about recent developments.
Light bless you.
It's going to send us all the way back to the Tower of Altalax itself. Level 28, yeah, I mean, that's pretty green. We're going to have to deal with that sooner than later, but it is quite out of the way at the moment from what I had planned to do in the next couple of episodes. But for now, I think we'll skip ahead to Darnassus. I'll see you guys in just a moment, where we'll then turn in some quests, and we'll pick up our level 34 abilities. Alright, And we've landed back in Rutherin village. Let's get back into town and turn in our quests. Let's figure out where those turn-ins are first. Got the Temple of the Moon and the Warrior's Terrace. Let's go to the Warrior's Terrace first. We have to go to the Temple of the Moon anyway to grab some new abilities.
Ishnu alive.
Valinda Star Song. That the priestess disappeared some time ago is almost certainly common knowledge. As to further details about the events that surrounded her departure, it would take good reason for me to divulge such information. The Tome of Melthandris showed you this. I suppose there would be little harm in allowing you to examine her belongings. This key will allow you to open the chest where she stored her things in the Sentinel's bunkhouse. She kept a journal of her duties. If there is anything to be learned, it would be from that. I should tell you, the Sentinels believe that she had her own reasons for leaving, and expect that she could return at any time. The priestess has done much in the past to earn our trust.
Good luck, friend.
I think the bunkhouse, is to the south. That works out well. It'll be on the way to the temple. I can post a couple of auctions as well. Real quick, we've got some herbs and pieces of gear that we can post. Cleans up our bags a little bit. Right past it. I think it's behind all this other stuff. I always forget that there's like this extra road back here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the bunkhouse. You have to actually like climb the shops on the other side of the road from the bunkhouse in order to get to it, which I've always found interesting. It does make sense though, I suppose. The vendors that you do have to go through are, for like armor and weapons and stuff. Alright, Valinda's journal. We've got what we need. There's a lot to read there, as we head back to Warrior's Terrace. I guess we might as well read it. Elune has granted my wishes. The lives of my fallen comrades will not be in vain, and I shall avenge their deaths using the Scythe of Elune. It is an ancient thing, a branch, twisted and gnarled of wood that could be older than even the Kaldori. For many hours I examined the tool that the goddess granted to me. It is no ordinary weapon. that is for certain, nor is it a simple magical implement. With it, it is as though the barriers of time and space are weakened. Holding the scythe in my hands, I received a vision of chaos. Wolfmen, the Worgen, battled an incredible enemy. The Worgen fought savagely, as fit their primitive race, but their enemy was unflinching, the Lords of the Emerald Flame. And that was when I realized the true power of the scythe. By focusing on it, I became able to communicate with the Worgen. It was not speech I used to contact them, however. It was something different. I could not describe it. What mattered was that the Worgen heard and understood me. By further channeling energy into the scythe, the barriers weakened more, and I was able to draw Worgen into our world. 1.5 scores I was able to summon in my first attempt. They followed me into battle, and with their brutish strength at my command, we tore into the demons of Felwood. Elune has granted my wishes. The forest will be cleansed. May Elune's blessings be upon me until my work is done. All goes well. I have summoned larger numbers of Worgen to fight at my side. Though they are not of simple mind, they have shown impressive ability to coordinate their attacks and function as a group. I have identified leaders of their packs. To them, I have given command of small groups of warriors. We strike from many places in the forest at once, and my campaign against the demons is a fruitful one. May Elune's blessings be upon me until my work is done. So these are all journal entries. A pack is lost. I sent the Worgen to range through the forest and identify areas of demonic infestation, but they did not return. I begin to worry about the leaders that I have entrusted control to. They are of simple mind, and this small bit of authority I have given them, they stretch to the utmost. Am I losing control? Perhaps I shall cease summoning additional Worgen for the time being. May Elune's blessings be upon me until my work is done. Though I have not summoned additional Worgen, their numbers continue to increase. It is as though the scythe no longer requires my intervention for the summoning process. This is troubling. I have gathered as many of the packs as I could find, and ordered them to remain at the Shrine of Malthandris. Meanwhile, I have searched the libraries in Narcissus and consulted with the Circle of Ancients in Darkshore. Not one scrap of information about these Worgen did I find. I have heard reports, whispers of a wizard of the Kirin Tor named Arugal. From what I have heard, it is possible that he has also summoned Worgen. I would consult with this wizard, distasteful as it may be, and see what he knows. The Worgen are dangerous, and I wish to stem the tide. On the morrow, I will travel to the port in the Barrens and book passage to the New World. May Elune's blessings be upon me until my work is done. Yeah, so that is quite a bit of a good lore for the Scythe. I'd like to see where that goes. I feel like we did this on the Iron Man Paladin, but we did not. I think we had to stop at some point because it either involved an elite quest or the quest line just kind of ended abruptly.
Hello.
I'll have to see. Let's speak with Thintel Bladeweaver in the meantime.
Del Nagus.
It seems that Valenda's disappearance is more troubling than it originally appeared. Even still, I cannot believe that she has come to a bad end. Perhaps it would be beneficial for us to make contact with her. Alindria, since you have shown a vested interest in this matter, I would like to enlist your aid.
Farewell.
Ratchet is the only port in the Barrens. Most likely, Valinda found a trading vessel in Ratchet to take her to Blackwater Cove in Azeroth. We've had limited dealings with the goblins that run the port, but the master of the dock should have information about the comings and goings of ship passengers. Follow the road southeast through Ashenvale, and you will find yourself in the Barrens. Watch your step, Alindria. Warriors of the Horde patrol the land. You will be safe at the port, though. Speak with Wharfmaster Dizzywig in Ratchet. All right, that is a lot to do. We'll get to that at some point. Might be possible to lump that in with the Tower of Athalax, maybe, when we are able to return to those quests. But we are running out of time for a lot of these quests, so... including the missing diplomat as well. Just, it's really hard to get to all of this stuff. I'm going to check the looking for group bulletin board real quick. Yeah, the only two people waiting on a Razorfen crawl run have been sitting there for over an hour and a half, in fact, for both of them. So I'm not going to find any of those groups anytime soon, it looks like, but I think in the next episode, maybe we'll follow up with the missing diplomat, and if that happens to take us back to Kalimdor, because it starts in Stormwind, I think, at least where we left off. Then we'll look to pick up the quest for Razorfen Crawl. I believe it's just one, really, that we can grab. There's others, but I think they're not as important. And kind of like not really worth going through the trouble of grabbing, I guess. But we'll do that, and hopefully within the next couple of episodes we can take on the Quillbore.
The goddess is my shield.
Hello, Tyrande. Hello, Alindria. You have indeed heard your name before, and although you are still full of youth, I am pleased to see the path you have set for yourself. You would do me a great honor if you would accept this as a gift of appreciation. Very nice. A little bit less experience than I was expecting, and I think that's because that quest might have turned gray to us, maybe, at this point. I'm not sure. But we can speak with Priestess Althea right here for our new abilities. We've been using star shards here and there. I guess we can take this. I don't mind taking it for now. It looks like we're going to be getting Levitate, which we need light feathers for. This kind of acts as a slow fall, and it allows us to travel over water. That's pretty neat. We're going to have to purchase some light feathers. I'll do that in between episodes, just so that we have them and we can use that when we need it. We'll pick up a new rank of heal. That's great. We'll pick up a new rank of resurrection. And new ranks of Mind Blast and Shadow Word Pain. That is really the juicy stuff there. Those are going to feel great. And that right there is going to do it for me for today, guys. Like I said in the next episode, I think we'll begin in Stormwind. We'll look at the missing diplomat quest. We'll follow it a decent way, at least until it kind of catches up to our level. I think it sends us back to Kalimdor, if I'm not mistaken, specifically Theramore. And if it does, I would like to use that opportunity to, like I said, pick up that Razorfen Crawl quest, which is going to be in between Thousand Needles and the border of Feralis. And then we'll kind of go from there. If we have some time after that, then maybe we'll go to Ratchet and kind of continue this quest that we've been doing now with the Scythe of Elune. Or we'll head back to Aberdeen and deal with the Tower of Alphalax. We'll see. In the meantime, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching today. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more stuff like this. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.